How one video ruined ZHC's reputation. I do not know who this is. I have no idea who that is. None whatsoever. This is by Coco Crazy. She looks like a bird. I don't know him. You don't know him? That's so surprising. I have no idea who that is. Let's just get into it.
I'm a terrible person.
Another one just popped.
Who was your favorite YouTuber growing up? For me, the easy choice would
For me, Skov's legless behavior book. My favorite YouTuber, like when we look at like international, with who I grew up with at least, I would say Markiplier. I watched a lot of Markiplier. A lot. So yeah, I don't know, I've not seen this man.
would be ZHC. He made amazingly creative art content and fun art contests with his friends, and overall the channel seems like the happiest place on earth. But when you dig a little deeper, it's kind of
Did you just say a whittle? The thing is, like, is not always how it seems. Like, you have, like, this really positive and, like, happy little attitude in front, and then, like, you look behind the camera and it's like, the person's the greatest piece of shit ever. That ever graced the face of Earth. There's a couple of them out there.
disturbing. So in this video, we will be getting into how one video exposed ZHC. We're going to discuss some of his controversies, and that one video I came across that made his channel a little unsettling. First, I have 3 quick announcements. 1, subscribe to my animation channel, link below. 2nd, my Discord server, you can discuss my videos below. And finally, I'm looking for a thumbnail artist for my animation channel. If you are interested, DM me on Discord. Okay, so with that, let's get into it. So many wonder, who is ZHC?
I like that she's a bird. I like that she's a bird. I like it. I like the little avatar.
I mean, he's pretty popular on YouTube. He has 2 different channels, one called just ZHC and the other called ZHC Crafts. He's known for his Mr. Beastification of art. In other words, he makes like art videos, but they're like in a Mr. Beast style. They're fast-moving contests, and they're challenges that are very similar to Mr. Beast. Even his logo looks like the Mr. Beast bear, I think it's supposed to be. So he's pretty similar to Mr. Beast in many ways, and I'm not
Mr. Beast, but art. Got it. Mr. Beast, but art. I understand. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. I mean, if it works, it's still like it's his own spin on it, so that's fine, I guess. Yeah, there's not really particularly anything wrong with that.
I'm not saying that's like a horrible thing. I don't really care. But
Whoa.
Just to give kind of a background on this guy, he makes like very, very quick action, high quality editing videos of challenges with art, and he usually uses 6 of his friends, and they all compete for first place, and if they get first place, they win money and stuff. I remember being a kid and watching this and wishing so badly I could be part of it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Like, this channel was my favorite thing to watch. I watched all of his videos.
Today, I'm challenging my friends to an extreme art competition using only pizza ingredients.
I would say that I wouldn't consider him a Mr. Beast clone. His content is very, very similar. Even, like, the subtitles are the same as Mr. Beast. But he kind of takes Mr. Beast and puts a new spin on it. He's not making literally the same content. He's making, like, art that's like Mr. Beast. And he's even partnered up with Mr. Beast for things before and competed in contests that were held by Mr. Beast. The most recent ones, he hasn't. So I don't know if they had a falling out. That's not really relevant to this video.
Not really, no. I used to watch him once in a while, a few years ago. Okay. Like I said, I've never heard of this guy ever before. That is completely new to me.
But I remembered a little while back, I was watching his videos on his ZHC Crafts channel, and I watched a video that was kind of, like, odd, in a really, really bad way. So we're going to discuss that video today. If you disagree with it, I mean, whatever, but just please watch the full video before you leave some comment saying you're a loyal ZHC fan and will come find my house. Also, I'm very, very sick, so if my voice sounds weirdly deep, that's because of my sickness, and yeah, I can't really do anything about that right now, so I want to apologize for the weird audio. And anyway, let's get into this video. So, a little while back, I kind of stopped watching creators like ZHC and Mr. Beast, but when I was about, I would say, 10 to 12, I used to watch their content all the time. Like, honestly, I thought, as I said before, I thought they were the coolest people on earth. And one time,
yeah, the addiction to a certain content creator. I can go with that. I can go with that. That is understandable. I agree. I see no issue with that. Okay.
I came across a ZHC video titled, "Whoever makes the best balloon art wins this amount of money." And I thought these art competitions were the funnest things to watch. So I was like, ooh, new video, clicked on it, started to watch it. And as people who watch ZHC know, he often features his girlfriend on it in the competition, and then 5 of his friends or some subscriber. And so he had his girlfriend, Michelle, in this video, and it seemed really exciting because the majority of the time he has her in there. She seems to have a pretty nice personality. She seems to be sweet. Sometimes she does struggle with drawing.
You can hear the little bird in the background! That's cute. That's cute. You can hear it. You can hear it. That's awesome. It's like you go back to like certain channels and you watch like a video of them and you're like, something is not quite right. This feels weird now.
Sometimes there are quite a few times where she's gotten last, so her winning a contest is like a big deal, and you could tell she was putting her effort into this video. Her balloon was looking really, really good, and honestly, it was looking like it'd be a clear winner. She was doing the Jack character from The Nightmare Before Christmas, who was looking really cool. And then ZHC decided to do something. He does these challenges in the videos where he lets certain people who somehow win some little competition do things to other people's art, wreck it in some way. And he made one of the girls choose someone to wreck their art. And since Michelle's art was clearly the best, or her balloon was clearly the best, that person chose to break her balloon. And this was her reaction.
Sorry, Michelle.
Oh, Michelle!
Michelle, I'm gonna miss. I won't be able to make it.
I don't want to see it.
Michelle, come here.
No!
And so the girl, whose name is Mackenzie, tells Michelle she's probably gonna miss, or she's for sure gonna miss. And Michelle is still kind of freaking out because she's literally spent hours on this balloon. And then this is what happens.
Oh! You got it right in the belly!
I thought you said you were gonna miss!
Oh, look, it's right there in the belly.
Oh my god. I feel really bad. I thought I was gonna miss that.
How the girl feels.
The only way you could have not missed, probably, is if you missed on purpose, because it was big enough to at least hit something. I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know, that's a bit of a reach, my guy. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's for shits and giggles, so it doesn't matter that much.
It's terrible, and she probably felt much worse when Michelle starts crying, but ZHC, who's literally dating Michelle, doesn't really react other than to laugh at her.
She popped 3 balloons, actually, because this one was connected to this one, and this one popped too! I'm a terrible person.
Another one just popped.
Okay, it's okay.
Here, I'll wipe the tear for you. I'll wipe the tear for you.
She's literally crying, and he's just like mocking her and like pretending to wipe her.
As the boyfriend, that would make me so uncomfortable. I don't know, I don't know the relationship, I don't know how bad this really is, I have no idea, but that would make me feel kind of not good. I don't know, that is uncomfortable to watch now, I feel like.
To you, like, haha, Michelle. And at the end of the video, when their scores come in, ZHC continues to mock her and says she shed a few tears, but she's fine now and stuff. And it's just kind of like, when your girlfriend's crying, it's not really a joke. Like, she worked hard on that, and you just kind of, like, joked about it.
I don't have time to cry!
I feel like Michelle wasn't that sad at first, and then one balloon kept popping after the other. Michelle, I believe in you.
With
You're gonna go so
19
fast.
minutes?
And even if you don't agree that this is a big deal, there's plenty of other things that you can uncover about GHG that just paint him to not be the good person you think he is at first sight. A few years ago, an exposed video was released on him, which revealed that he basically...
Ooh, like what? So an full-on exposed video, interesting. I like Michelle, she seems sweet, but I don't like her voice, it's so babyfied. Well, it could be her actual voice, it could not be her actual voice, I don't know. Some people like to, change their voice up a little bit, so I don't know. Oh, that Pikachu, bird. I like the bird, It's probably based on her actual bird, I would assume, that you can hear in the background.
Other artists that were sometimes smaller than him to profit off of. He didn't really give them much benefits other than linking their channel in his description. He'd have them on videos, but he wouldn't really give them money or anything for it. And as he got bigger, he began to kind of bury them and erase evidence that he was even working with them. And overall, people commented under that video, and some people commented that they had met him before and he had said some rude things. or he was just rude overall to certain people, which of course there's no facts behind that, but I mean, you can believe him.
So, like, good boy on camera, kind of douchey behind it. Not really surprising, to be fair.
Or you can't believe him at the end of the day.
It would have gotten clicks, I'm sure, but it made me really uncomfortable to self-value my artwork at $10,000 for the sake of more clicks. Now, actually, recently, I sold all of my artworks to help fund the setting up of my new studio here, which worked really well. Thank you all so much for your support. Not a single artwork sold for $10,000, let alone ones that took far more than 24 hours.
That was Draw with Jazz, who is another big artist, and that was part of the Exposed video I just mentioned before. In it, not only does he discuss ZHC kind of big.
So what he is saying is that he was told by ZHC to say that his artwork was worth 10k, which it wasn't. I think at that point I would have just already walked out, like, F off. Why am I supposed to lie for you?
Burying his existence in collaborations with other smaller artists, but he also discusses how ZHC really became more clickbaity, and it became very sad. He kind of pressured Jazz in wanting to, like, overvalue his art, and just overall, it made him uncomfortable to be that clickbaity. He talks a lot about how ZHC really just became more really unauthentic, mid, and boring, and clickbaity, and that's kind of what happens to big YouTubers like ZHC. When ZHC first began making YouTube videos, he simply made drawing tutorials, but as he began to blow up, he started to shift his content to be more like Mr. Beast.
I think that's just the usual pipeline. Of, like, big content creator getting more greedy. Nothing in particular special about this. I know this guy, I liked him. I've seen the original video, was like really nice, okay.
Super fast editing, crazy giveaways, and higher budgets. And overall, a lot of ZHC fans who originally subbed to his art tutorial content began to not like this because it just wasn't the old ZHC. And he had a lot more stuff in that video, but it was 30 minutes long, and I don't feel like stealing someone's entire video, so you can go watch it. Overall, just look up his channel name, and you'll be able to find it. He made a part 2, so yeah, there was a lot to cover, and that was 3 years ago, so, you know, maybe things have changed, maybe they've made up, I'm not really sure. And anyway, moving back to the point, or the storyline where he basically makes Michonne cry and laughs about it, I noticed something that his hero, Mr. Beast, has done. In Mr. Beast videos, such as the one babies versus 100-year-olds fight for money video, I've noticed that when there's like a plot or something crazy storyline in his videos, they get a lot more attention. That video, there was like a dad or an older guy that was like a villain. Everyone saw him as a villain. And that video is one of his most viewed to date after people made so many edits of that one guy being a villain. So maybe ZHC thought if there was a crazy plot twist in his video, or he made it.
Yeah, I think, wasn't there like this one video where like they put this where they put like people into like a small box, and the one who leaves last is like winning? There was this one guy who like was like really like one dude who like people made a lot of edits of like him being like a villain and stuff. Does she refer to that one? Because I remember that one pretty well. If I remember correctly, he went into depth regarding why he doesn't like him anymore, and he talked with the artists he didn't pay and stuff. I feel like if you like invite people, especially like artists, and they make art, I think that I think you should pay them. I think you should pay them straight up. I don't care. Pay them. Boo! Also, hi. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good, GT.
His girlfriend cry, it would get more attention. And I already know I'm going to get a million comments under this video complaining about how I'm being overdramatic, but at the end of the day, you can't dismiss the fact that she was obviously very, very upset and was obviously crying, and he reacted by laughing. Like, that reflects something. That reflects something on his relationship with her, is that he doesn't really care. I mean, at the time, yeah, it was just a dumb balloon, but she was upset about it. She had spent hours on it, and he reacted by just laughing at her. And yes, I understand that challenges like this are going to have dramatic outcomes, because the stakes are sometimes high, sometimes you win a lot of money and stuff. But the least he could have done was try to comfort her a little bit, and he didn't really try, just made fun of her again and again. And it kind of was sad to witness, because it was like, this is not really that funny. So at the end of the day, am I calling for his cancellation? No. Am I saying he's a horrible person? No, of course not. What I'm saying is that he just isn't quite as good as I thought he was. And
when the kid wakes up and in the future and realizes, that the content creator I watched isn't as interesting as I thought he was. Or they were. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't say like terrible things here. I wouldn't say that it's like ruining reputation, but it is a bit weird. It is a bit odd. It's a bit off-putting, for sure.